you think the Jews did this to me, the love of my life was a Jew. They're not the ones following me around raping Jews. That would be Satanism. Israel's easy to support because if the Jews found out there was Satanism, I know exactly who my attacker was. And there's a Zoroastrian temple in Iran. Certain people think they can find a lucrative deal and go get in bed with humanity's closest natural enemy and rely on our defenses when it comes time to pay the piper. If corporate is allowed to do that, they have to do it. It's not the Jews. Where is it different? Palestinians act like they got a problem with the Jews, problem with us. There's a Zoroastrian temple in Iran, you idiots. Act like peace is your whole thing. Such a big deal about peace. If somebody was going to go to the Iranians, hey, you got heretics raping little boys over here. Allah loves irony, doesn't he, Afghanistan? Trying to blame China. Look at the Buddhists. If you cannot tell a Buddhist apart, where are you from? Poor Chinese. United Nations blowing up our statues and now we're just not allowed. Who is responsible for this investigation, Langley? Where the money is. Must be their fault. Thailand marching some sickly king around while they freeze tiger cubs. As to the question of whether anybody's a terrorist or not, first, do no harm or you're not a doctor. And as long as we're raping little boys to keep gas prices down, which is, I presume, why the police's new owners don't want to let them work. Islam believes our ancestors escaped enslavement by theirs, and we are all born fugitives of a debt that can never be repaid. Slaves have no rights. If we don't have the right to conduct due process, what was the point of raping them anyway? The Irish invented whiskey? That means distillation. I don't know what you think anybody was distilling before that, but gasoline would not be possible. Their oil would be worthless. Why the Irish should have to trade our firstborn to keep gas prices down? Everything you know of in the Isles, from London to Edinburgh to Belfast, is built on a foundation laid by the Celts. You want to talk about which country has the best vodka? You'd have never heard of it. The Iron Age is named from my ancestors. I'm not going to say things were going great, but it was better than the Dark Ages. You know, how come the police can call my friend in and let him go talking about being accused of raping a dude? If something actually warranted their involvement to begin with, why couldn't they just say it to my face? Trying to mock me about something that there's no way that's going to click. Somebody had to try to kill me for no reason before I had the, impetus to look into it. Once you're sure somebody's trying to kill you, you have to put everything you got into it. Now I have obligations. So maybe the police's Palestinian owners don't want to let them work because somebody's raping dudes. Sigmund Freud, your Luftwaffe toxic waste pill paycheck is built on a raging homosexual shoving cocaine up little girls' noses by the gram with his boyfriends. All the hoops you have to jump through, all the bullshit you have to come up with. How is this better than how it would have been if cocaine had just never been outlawed? Would we still have Central African communists coming here for guaranteed jobs in healthcare and social work, acting like there's some kind of dispute in the Vatican whether or not the Nigerians are allowed to take it over? You did not build Rome. There's really no argument for you being able to do it better. And this is why the Vatican does not canonically assert certain authorities, because it's a temptation for those who do not share our best interests. There's the Templars, special dispensation for the Templars, Templarios. That's been a while now. The Hospitallers took over when the Teutonic Knights accused the Templars of Baphomet worship, blood drinking like they still do at Holy Mass. It was just never spoken to. We were denied the opportunity to speak to it. So in 2014, a doctor ripped off the insurance company. I didn't know that's what he was doing at the time until I noticed collections trying to kill me the next year. I tried to subpoena the hospital, but they got to the lawyer, so I had to look into it. They said your protection ran out. Something about that blonde girl. He said the object is to prevent brain damage. That's a clue. I've never sold cocaine, personally. I'm not affiliated with the CIA. I don't have all those resources and training, and I had to come out of pocket and go do it myself. My protection fled the country in 2016. Whoever lied to our dear, sweet, innocent, poor, sheltered, naive police, their excuse fled the country. They said the Nazis did 9/11 and then it was everybody except for the UN was an inside job. A bona fide Nazi fled the country in 2016 I don't know if it was the Mossad. I'm pretty sure they'll pay for it.